be said. A little windier and cooler than yesterday, but don't be fooled. The South African and African sun is still pretty fierce, so players are going to have to hydrate. The ball's kicked deep by South Africa. GB getting through, but no, tagged nicely. My co-commentator will be joining me shortly. He's just getting some oxygen, operating at sea level in the heat. Kick through by GB. Lucky for South Africa, Shafiq Olkers didn't gather the tag and the GB player knocked on. So a roll the ball for South Africa. Galant, Meredith to Lutz. Lutz weaving her way through. Olkers now to Stoffels. Stoffels has a customary look up at the defense as he tries to jig his way through. It's a habit he has. The viewers, while you watch him, when he gets the ball, you will notice he does that. Here we go. Doesn't run that time. It's to Dick. Dick outside to Galant. Glassford tagged by Walker. Natasha Glassford, one of our UK-based players, plays in the UK leagues in London. Fierce competitor. Meredith down the line, spins past one, gets caught by the other, but has made a good 15 meters on that run. Well done, Adi Meredith. To Sarah Phillip, whose husband plays in the men's open team. She gets tagged. GB defending, making GB penalty. Away they go. Skips Walker. Roll the ball to GB. Taking it up, the ladies taking it up nicely. Good pass. 21 from GB, can't get through. Roll the ball. It's gone backwards, bounced forwards, and player falling on it. Little messy. Referee Harvey adjudges it ended forward. Tag made. Glassford to Stoffels. Short ball to Dick. Tag made. Glassford again to Stoffels. Now that I've told you about his signature look, he hasn't done it once yet. Walker didn't retreat 7, says referee Harvey. Glassford takes it up to Stoffels. There we go. There we go. Brought his chin up as he started going. I think it's to open the airway and get the lungs going. It's an interesting characteristic of his. Dick with a kick through. Chased by Olkers. Olkers makes the tag. Good ground made by South Africa. A different team playing here in the first 10 minutes to what we've seen in the last 3 games. Fantastic. Coach Jumant Loko definitely had a word or two. The WhatsApp group was a flutter last night, encouraging his players. They have grown in experience in the test matches that they've played yesterday. Coming back from huge deficits to, in theory, when Walker with a kick through, not far enough, Olkers gathers. This could be interesting. He's got a step, doesn't get away. Tag called by Ref Harvey. Olkers rolls, Glassford collects. Stoffels, Phillip. She's put a lot of hard work into her tag rugby, has Sarah. First introduced to tag rugby. Tag made just before the knock-on. Sarah Phillip introduced to tag rugby was when her husband made a tour to Ireland in 2018. Sat on the sideline next to me, and we chatted about tag rugby. And next thing, she's playing in the league, and now she's representing her country in the mixed open team with her husband playing in the men's open team. Chatting earlier about a family affair tag, and it definitely is. There's a place for everyone to play. Phillip makes the tags. Kamaludin helping. He had a good games yesterday. Tagged very well, did Adam. Kamaldin again, he's at it. Berry doesn't get past him. Tag made by Philip and Kamaldin, the combination. Barry does well. Barry does well, knee down, so it's a tag. Kamaldin to Abels, to Olkers. Meredith on the switch. Doesn't carry, went backwards. Oh, she's lost it. He has trouble. Olkers does well. GB. Tagged by Kamaldin. Tagged by Kamaldin. That's a name to remember for the future. Adam Kamaldin. In the present. Penalty, contact. Ferry was sitting on the ground looking up at referee Harvey saying, what is going on here? Harvey said, calm down, I got it under control, Mr. Berry. And awards a penalty to GB. GB loading the right-hand side of their field as they go forward. Passes out. Another pass. Oh, here we go. 2-pointer. Yep. A very well worked try by GB. Quickly through the hands. We saw this yesterday with the mixed team. They included their ladies in the play. One occasion yesterday, there were two men that could easily have scored the try. But quick triangle passes and lady was over to score the added point and get a 2-pointer, which happens there. And GB take a 2-point lead, and we've had about 10 minutes of play. Correction, sorry, 6 minutes of play. It's kicked long. Ethan Rogers collects. He has trouble. One gets the feeling when the younger Rogers brother and Shafiq Olkers get it, anything can happen. Senior brother, senior partner, Sean, very much the thinker, the layer off, the strategist. Gets it to Lewis, making ground slowly, South Africa. Sean Rogers on it, to his brother Ethan, to Abels. Oh, sneaky move by Lewis. Kamaldin caught in possession. My co-commentator and international debutante on the referee is joining me, looking fresh as a daisy, it must be said. Roll the ball for GB. Are you tracking your kilometers there, Will? Sterling job there. Sterling job, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be back, sat down in the shade after an impromptu test match debut.
Yeah, you did very well, must be said. GB kicking here. He's going to go for the 50-10. It beats Ethan Rogers. Yes, great play. Much to the jubilation of the entire GB squad, actually, not just the bench. Talking about your refereeing. Well done. Great debut.
There's certainly things I felt more prepared for in life than stepping up at short notice to ref an international with a cold. Couldn't get more English than turning up to Cape Town, this beautiful weather, and having a cold. But here we are.
If you can overcome that challenge, you can do anything. Don't limit yourself. Here we go, GB again. Try in the corner.
Yeah, lovely play through the hands there. Steve Barry found he hadn't been tagged, gave him the opportunity to get the ball over to De Jong, who's popped it over the top into the hands of Anna Tolmarsh, and she's taken a try with aplomb.
And a replica of the first try, actually, exactly the same situation. And lady getting in the corner, in our right-hand corner of the South African left-hand defence. South Africa make a few changes here. Hasn't gone 10.
Yeah, the short kick attempted there by Jade
no,
Walker.
That's a big error.
Yeah, that real shame. So, for those of you not so familiar with the new international rules, they haven't come into force yet in leagues in the UK. That will happen at the start of the spring season. South Africa in that situation able to advance over the 10-metre line to play the ball, but unfortunately knocking it on as they did so there, which is why GB had possession when the ball didn't go 10.
Jetfer makes the tag. It's someone shouting no there. Oopsie. Lutz shoots up, misses the tag.
Mason Bertrand tagged just before she grounded the ball in the corner. She had a very strong day yesterday. We're looking to get back amongst the tries
tag
today.
By Lutz. Diving effort there, but Lutz mid-air whips the tag off.
Yeah, Russ Reed doing his best impression of a trained dolphin.
Again they do it. Again they do it.
Yeah, even simpler that time.
Yep.
Making it look relatively easy, GB. Just ball in and out of the hands all the way along the line. This time it's Kirsty Clark, who was celebrating her birthday yesterday, who's the beneficiary.
Happy birthday. Why didn't we get keeping it under wraps?
I thought at the end of the day, I didn't mention it was Kirsty's birthday when we were on the stream, and she scored a number of good tries yesterday. So
sorry, didn't
that's my fault that I didn't mention it.
South Africa trap it. Good tagging, good tagging. Jafta.
Bit of contact made, but play allowed to continue. Towerton with the tag.
Jafta to Phillip. Tries to get through. Tries to sneak through the gap, but not going to happen there. Not that time. It's Rogers. Oh, a little tap. That's fantastic. He's got gas. Could this be a two-pointer? Barry's trying to cut him off and does so successfully.
Well, he might not have got the 2 pointers, but that is one of the tries of the test series so far. Beautiful little kick to himself from Rogers. That's the younger Rogers.
That's Ethan, yes.
Isn't it? So not suffering from a dislocated arm yesterday.
No, that's his brother.
But beautifully weighted kick, perfect bounce back into his hands. And then, as you said, Stuart just had the pace to get away from the defenders. And Barry did a good job to chase in and cut off the two.
Sneaky little touch there, blowing a kiss into the stand. I wonder if his girlfriend's hiding in the trees watching. Oh, no.
So Clark there showing how it's done in terms of picking the ball up before it's gone 10.
Absolutely.
GB will want to strike back at 6-1. The score now.
I was just saying, Will, while you were freshening up, the first 5 minutes of the game, South Africa, different team. They were competing. And then the next 5 obviously let it slip, and GB got in for these 3 two-pointers.
Would you like me to go back in to the changing rooms?
No, I'm just saying that I think there's been a little bit of a mindset shift here. Coach Duman Loko was clearly had a few words last night, was on the WhatsApp group encouraging his troops, and I think that worked. There's a lot of positives to come out of yesterday's play for this team, who are still learning. Been hit by our debutante yesterday and double try scorer, trying to make a couple of meters there. Dick with an interesting dummy gets tagged. It's Chadwin Smith on. We haven't seen much of him this game so far. Sarah,
no, you won't keep him quiet for too long.
No, I don't think so. Tags made. Oops. Sarah Phillips takes the ball on the head as she's bending down to put a tag down. Stoffels.
Just said that was over shoulder height, but it's allowed to go. It'll be a GB roll ball in 10.
South Africa making a little bit of ground there. Five minutes to go. Dick shepherding makes the tag. Quick roll the ball. Meredith. Oh, tag called. Sorry. Booming voice of referee Harvey there shouting 2.
Yeah, unfortunate that for South Africa. Could have been a nice interception.
6-1 kick through. Stoffels. Watch that characteristic head back as he goes. No. Couldn't open up there.
Harkins not backwards there. Pleased to report he's suffering no ill effects from his head knock yesterday that he got himself full bandaged up for.
Apparently, a little bit of banter from the teammates was he slept with his bandage headband on last night. He was so attached to it. But I'm glad to see he's well and managed to get the bandage off this morning. Tracked by both Stoffels and Meredith.
I wonder if that was because he didn't want to peel it off with the dry blood and was waiting to get into the shower this morning.
Sensible. Good wrap around there. Tag made by Dick.
Hawkins just not quite able to slide through that gap as it closed. Picking up the bouncing ball is Roberts, getting it over to Grace Brown on this near side wing.
Tag called just before the pass was made. Oh, there's a gap in the middle right in front of the 2-point box.
Chadwin Smith did really well to track across there and not get drawn. Throwing himself over the line is Josh Roberts for the 1-point score. Moves GB to 7-1. Both teams taking the opportunity to ring the changes.
Yep.
After set that had gone on for a few minutes. People in need of a bit of a breather and some rehydration.
Yeah, I think this afternoon the conditions are going to be quite different to those yesterday afternoon, with the wind picking up here, scheduled to get up to about 30 kilometers an hour. Disguises the heat and the effect of the sun, but it's going to get a little tricky later on, I think.
It's a good thing South Africa don't have Willie LaRue high balls at their disposal then.
Depending on the size, height of the ref. Yesterday they were trying the up and under, but didn't get away with it. But yeah, as long as they keep it below the shoulder, the little grubbers will work. Ball runs a little bit further when... Oh, Rogers. Sean Rogers. Rogers Sr. getting tagged, making good meters there.
Yep, the family keeping South Africa in this one. No,
lovely
pass from Lutz.
Oh, brilliant take. And it's
South Africa really going now.
Not getting past Walker is Kamaldin. Taps him on the shoulder. Says, listen, I might have got a bit too much of your pants there, but I got your tag nonetheless. It's Olkers. Olkers out to Tyler. Gets tagged.
Yeah, good tag by Tolmarsh just to calm things down for GB. But this is the intensity South Africa needs to be playing at if they're going to come back in this one. The gap just closing there as he ran laterally across the field, and eventually tag 6 made, and it will be GB taking over just in front of their own goal line.
South Africa defence need to keep them up here.
Broadly on the short side.
Tagged by Meredith. Walker's on it. Kamaldin equal to the task. Captain Rogers is up.
Dancing feet of Russ Reed, not quite able to escape the defender there, who's actually caught in no man's land. And a 50-10 attempt from GB is just going to go to the left of the flag and over the goal line, so it will be a tap on the 10 to South Africa. Not sure GB were brought back 10 metres there.
Didn't look like it.
So a bit of advantage gained by them. Lutz to Rogers. Over now to the far side. Just spilt forwards, unfortunately, in that final pass. Otherwise, that would have been nice ground gains for South Africa, but instead it's GB back with possession. Time ticks away in this first half. Barry finds Towerton with a simultaneous tag, and she's in.
That tag.
No. nearly in
both
for a
Phillip and Rogers.
3-pointer.
Yeah, both Rogers, and that would have been a death knell if it had got that 3 points, that's for sure. Tag made by Kamaldin. Half-time called by Mr. Harvey. Over the last 2 days, and we're about to have the kickoff of the second half here, the Mixed Open. GB leading 7-1.
Yeah, as you say, an extremely picturesque location to be playing tag. I assure you the photos put on Great Britain social media of the team before kickoff yesterday with Table Mountain as the backdrop were not photoshopped. As
absolutely not. Yeah.
As overly perfect as it might have looked, that is genuinely the setting that these teams are lucky enough to play in.
Yeah, well, I couldn't have wished for a better opening day for a test series. The first test series on African soil as we had yesterday. Absolutely sensational.
So it's Bedford with the early carving run through the middle of the South African defence, making nice ground. Then got a little bit out of shape with the male players over on the left-hand side. Towton passes it out there to Barry. Bedford and Wilkes trying to link up, spilt backwards, and the tag removed when Wilkes didn't actually have the ball in hand, but play continues. Ampal puts in the kick, aiming for the 50-10, but this one isn't going to go towards the touchline. And a double try scorer from the final game yesterday.
Laika definitely growing in confidence with every minute spent on the field. She's, as I said yesterday, youngest player here by a number of years, but really relishing the opportunity given to her. Oh, Olcos, lovely switch. Chadwin Smith, pass behind him. Had it been in the basket, he would have been away, I'm sure. Meredith twists and turns, but tagged.
Nice little pop over the top.
Sean Olcos.
Hands to the right, could have done it, but they managed to find a space through the middle.
Could this be a bonus box? Barry's chasing. He's over.
What a wonderful try from South Africa.
Don't forget the ball, sir. You've scored the try. You've got to take the ball back. That's the rule. There we go.
They draw on the Great Britain defence over to South Africa's right-hand side, and then the little switch play through the gap in the middle, and no one was stopping him. He's headed straight to the box.
I was saying a little earlier, we just really haven't, or the South African teams haven't really allowed their pacey players the opportunities to run a strategy that they need to, I think, work on in using their assets a little better in terms of game management.
Yeah, as I was saying to you after that men's game, I thought South Africa were going to win or to draw that game on the final play if they'd managed to stay a bit deeper, drawn the Great Britain defenders out and created the gap as they did just a moment ago in the mixed game. Then they could have levelled things up. As it was, put in the kick and GB able to defend it and see out the game. And is GB on the ball now with Ryan finding Jade Walker over to Nick de Jong. Gets some power into that run and finds Nadine Mason-Bertrand leaping up to catch it. Dodges the first tag, caught in the second one. The pick and go from Jade Walker, but she is tagged by Chadwin Smith. And GB will play now to the left, slightly flat there, so Ryan has to go himself.
Jafta making a tag.
Hawkins.
Oh, that's a kick.
The kick played at by Glassford.
Early tag there.
So there's going to be a penalty to Great Britain. Ryan urging his players to be calm. Takes the tap.
Little skip.
Yeah. As we see from him so often when he's got time on the ball. And Hawkins just thinking about
what was
her next job.
Exactly.
Instead of catching the ball. And it's South Africa now with the opportunity. Just 10 from halfway and already tracking up towards the middle of the field. Glassford to Lutz.
Jafta. The switch. He's through.
Oh, wonderful play.
Oh, you've got to back yourself there, surely.
Yeah. Maybe just an earlier carve to use his pace to get round Mason-Bertrand would have worked.
Great tag on Smith there. GB bench very happy with that effort.
Yeah, I mean, a double tag there to save tries from Mason Bertrand. She's going to be really chuffed with that. But it is Jafta through the middle. And another box try for South Africa. And we said it at half-time.
Can you believe this?
They always have been coming back in the second half in this series. They've done it again. That's 4 unanswered points. And it moves them to 5 points. Just 2 behind GB now.
I think they
very
got
much in this game.
I think they got to get up earlier, have their pro neutral at 4:30. Get down here and get going a little earlier. Something wrong with the body rhythms, I'm sure.
Other breakfast cereals, I imagine, are available in South Africa.
Oh, yes. Dick contemplates a kick. Barry's positioned to receive it. Shouts, let it go.
Just short of the 50-10 off the restart for South Africa. That would have been a huge momentum boost if they had got the 50-10.
Absolutely.
And after notching up two pointers, had the chance to add to it. But as it is, it'll be Kirsty Clark taking the roll ball for GB. The pick and go from Reed. Will he use Clark again? No, he goes himself nearly through the gap.
Younger Rogers, Ethan's onto it.
Crucial intervention there for South Africa. Still working this right-hand side, GB, through Kirsty Clark.
Tyler makes the tag. South African bench now getting vocal, getting behind their players.
Barry calling broadly into position, uses her, potentially looking to make himself an
tag
option
made
again.
Tag made by Dick.
Broadly tagged. Walker to his sister. And the nice
missed.
spin keeps him going just over halfway. 2 more tags in this set for GB. A kill goes to the boot early. And there's going to be a bit for the referee to make a decision on here.
Shaking his head, Mr. Harvey.
Yeah, it looked to me like Smith had knocked it backwards before contact was made on him by Akil.
Yeah.
Bit too keen to try and regain possession after the short kick was a kill.
Oh, that was an interesting take. Good skill.
Yeah, really
and
good
a little
skill.
bit of a jig there. Ethan Rogers.
Yeah, to slide low and pick that up.
Very, very good.
Knocked backwards.
Tyler trying to go around the outside. Gets tagged to Philip. Philip to Ethan. Rogers. Evades the first tag. No, gets tagged. Good defensive work there, tracking back. Tyler picks it up to Lutz. Something's going to happen here. Looks to go.
Walker ensuring South Africa not able to gain ground on that one. A nice switch back inside. Chadwin Smith trying to hop away from the experienced Steve Barry.
Lutz. Oh.
And just moments after we were praising Rogers for his skills.
A little
drop forwards there.
Yeah. Lutz unleashed a bit of a bullet there in his defense.
Yes.
I think she thought he was a little further away, but
yeah, Walker knew the penalty was coming for the short pull. Grace Brown takes it quickly already over halfway. She's still going, in fact, and finds Towerton, makes herself an option again.
Another advantage going there. He's given an advantage, and it's a full set again.
Bedford's got 2 outsider. Runs across the kill, and then offside from South Africa. So the error's compounded now.
They don't want to
standing on the spot.
They don't want to start making mistakes. They've worked so hard to get to this position now. 7-5 the score.
Barry tagged just before he can find Bedford.
11 and a half to go.
Starting to build.
GB have been dangerous here for the last day and a half. From this position in the mix. Good tag by Dick.
Really important for South Africa to see out this defensive set.
Absolutely.
Keep the momentum with them, having scored the last 2. Barry to Bedford. Still going. Finds... No, she was tagged just before. And in the end, luckily for GB, as that ball was spilt forward. Looks left, goes right. Barry Towerton very nearly through, but another tag made.
That's the 5th and last, I think.
Not up from the referee to signal it's the final tag.
Oh, that's a traditional.
Reece Walker goes to the kick and regathers for the score. First point of this second half for Great Britain.
As easy
Pushes
as
their
that.
lead out to 3
Yep.
and stops the rot.
GB will be very happy with that result.
Walker and his pod able to head to the sideline for a breather. It's going to be Towerton to take the restart for GB. Safely taken by South Africa and already checked
Rogers
the
to
entire
come
width
in.
of the field.
Philip.
Caught by Ampau. Rogers, Glassford outside him.
Yeah. Tag made.
The kick
Rogers.
from Rogers, just over shoulder height. It would have been 6 inches short of the 50-10.
Just unlucky you weren't on the field there because it would have been a legal kick. You're a little bit taller than Mr. Harvey, I would think. I've got a warning. The referee heard me chirping him.
I'm pleased to report I didn't hear feedback on on my refereeing when I was down on the pitch.
No, you were very good. Taking up the task.
Well, with Steve Barry playing middle for Great Britain, I did have to have cotton wool in my ears.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Otherwise, I would have been being told how to do
Everything.
the game the whole way through.
In the corner could be. Oh, great tag. Who's that? Laika making a great tag out there on the left wing.
It's fantastic on Clark. Real danger
Bit of a
player had she got through.
Bit of a hallelujah pass there to nobody. Tag
Walker
call.
diving on the ball.
Yep. Barry does his trademark, and is it going to bounce? Yes, it does. And it's
So now this was one that we clarified this morning. Yesterday, simultaneous tags on a kick were being allowed to be played on. Under the rule book, it is a tag when the player that has been simultaneously tagged on their kick regathers the ball.
That is correct.
So Barry has to come back for that one. Clark diving for the corner. And a spectacular try.
She is
She's
elated
chuffed
with
with that.
that. Absolutely
Yeah.
elated.
She will be very pleased, and certainly looking back at that one on the highlights reel. It's a nice memento to take home from South Africa, that. So 2 points there. We're back to a 5-point margin now. Great Britain 10, South Africa 5. So after 4 points to SA, it's then a further 3 to GB. And again, that comeback is a little harder for South Africa.
Oh, a mix-up there.
Complete confusion.
Absolute
And the
mix-up.
experience of Wilkes pouncing on it to find Jade Walker through the middle. South Africa having to scramble back into the fence now, and the line not really set, but it's caused GB some problems.
Yeah.
And in the end, it is South Africa that are able to come away with it. Good pressure. So that was Jafta, I believe.
Jafta number 15 with a hat, yes. Philip taking it up. Oh, almost loses it. Does well to regather. Glassford now going to receive. She's going to take it up. Pops it to Bradford. Jafta, who gets tagged by that man Walker. Oh
no, a pass to no one. And Hawkett's perfectly in position to scoop up what South Africa didn't want. Harkins with the settle. Hawkett's picks and goes.
Oh, Galant.
Gains a nice bit of ground before that tag from Halant.
6 minutes to go. South Africa need to get down to the other end of the park. And there he is in.
That is exactly the opposite of what they needed. A try from Nick Wilkes.
taken him some time to get on the scoreboard today. Yesterday he was on early.
Yes, yeah,
But
he
he
was.
had-
He didn't score in the men's game.
No, he didn't. I was looking
So-
out for that, but needless
Sadly
to
for
say,
Wilkes, that's his perfect record in this tournament gone. But still,
not to say he hasn't
Sick.
put in a monumental effort.
yes,
Will.
tries in 6 out of the 7 matches he's played in so far. It's not a bad return.
Absolutely. Short kick, goes the 10. Lutz gets away, but is tagged by Walker.
Yeah, beat Roberts before being tagged.
Jafta, little jig. What's he done? He's passed it inside to Smith, who gets caught.
Yeah, but
Lutz
nice quick roll from
yeah,
Smith.
Oh,
Just there a bit too quick on the pass from Lutz to Jafta.
yeah.
Does manage to clear it up.
Lost 10 meters there, unfortunately.
Gained a good few of them back. Jafta with the
Oh,
kick.
this could
Oh,
be-
and this
this
could
could
go
work.
for the 50-10.
This could work.
Lovely.
Oh, no.
Just sits up and allows Clark to get back.
Clark.
She runs
Oh,
along her
tag the
try
meter
line.
out.
Needs to go back to the mark there. She certainly was tagged right on the line.
Yeah.
Not anywhere near as far out as she was hoping.
Jafta.
Towerton takes the roll. Walker managing to get the pass away before
Oh.
he was tagged. And Barry finds Roberts.
Lutz.
No,
whipped
Lutz
that
did
off
make the
like
tag.
a thief in the night. Excellent tag.
GB will be happy just to slow this one down
Yeah,
a little bit
totally.
in front of their own line. Roberts stepping away from the defender, tagged by Smith.
Lutz scrambling back to get in the defensive line.
Broadly with a nice dart into centre field. Barry finds
Oh.
Walker, looks to make himself a supporting runner. Walker's kick taken in by South Africa.
Great tag by Walker.
Yeah, the tag before the pass.
Yeah, waiting for the receiver to pick up the ball. Abel's taking it quickly to Tyler, steps inside. Right in front of the Herzliya banner. Stoffels.
Not the first time we've seen Stoffels break through the first defender.
Smith.
Oh, so unfortunate as he spills it forwards into the
Yeah.
waiting arms of Broadley. Great Britain breathe a sigh of relief. And Roberts
3
looks
minutes
to get
left.
something happening.
3 minutes left in the game.
No options left for Towerton in the end, so steps back to her right. Barry finds Reed. Reed with the little jink kick. and
Away from Abels.
taken on the second attempt. Simultaneous there as Mason Bertrand passed from dummy half over to Broadley now. Smith, who tags her. And Powell back on the field and puts boot to ball straight away.
Being chased hard.
Oh,
Smith's got it.
Smith. Wonderful pickup.
He's got to go. Is he away? No, he's not. He might have been better turning left and running across the try line there. But decided to go inside and got caught. But nevertheless, Philip takes it up. Jafta. Oh, that's not Jafta. Apologies. Dick to Stoffels. Stoffels
Still
got
going.
Tagged.
He's really got to start backing himself when he goes
Yeah.
past the defender.
Yeah,
More
yeah,
often than
yeah.
not, he beats them on the first attempt.
It's almost like he's anticipating that someone's going to tag him, but he should actually just pin his ears back and run hell for leather.
Yeah. Walker picks up the bouncing ball, finds Ampowers. GBD decide to work it back to the left-hand side.
trouble,
Reed with the
yes,
opportunity
trouble.
for the 2-on-1.
Tagged by Stoffel.
Oh, great defensive effort just after he looked so good in attack, Stoffels. Mason Bertrand will feed Amp out. Slow ball in the end.
I think we're
The
down
two
to
Walkers linking up.
potentially
over
down
to
to the last
Bedford.
minute, yeah.
Tag made, centre field.
Last minute.
Options both sides. Walker goes to the left through Amp out. The little kick. It's not really
It's
worked for
Smith
him.
away.
It has worked for
Bit-
Smith. Taken
No one's
there
up.
by
Smith
Jade
could take
Walker.
it quickly.
Yeah, he's got to go back to the
there's
mark. Unfortunately, the wind had taken
umpire,
that
yeah.
tag. Stoffels.
Smith. Umpire, well, good tag. You're going nowhere, Mr. Smith, he says. Stoffels to Dick. Tag made. I think this could be the last play for South Africa.
And they go for the kick. They
And
go for
yes,
the
is
50-10.
It is.
They get it.
Let's see. Could South Africa end with a 3-pointer lady try in the bonus box? Time will tell. Ball left on the side of the field there. Meredith goes to collect.
So 11-5. That latest score from Nick Wilkes. South Africa with the opportunity.
Kamaldin.
Ice!
Oh! Whips the
Gone
tag
for the
off,
dive.
and that's the game.
Yeah, Bedford, calm as you like. Just
Yeah, thanks for coming. Whips the tag off and seals the victory for GB. Final score here, Will, 11-5.